Hi, I'm Dan Grieve, and I've teamed up with Adidas Golf to help 3 lucky Golf Monthly readers improve their short game. Let's get started. Hi Ben, it's great to have you along.
Hi, big fan.
Okay, welcome to Woven.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about your short game then. We've got a really kind of basic chip here off a fairly tight line. Just tell me about your short game generally, but how you feel for this shot in particular.
Yeah, so for handicapper, around the green's always been the worst part of my game consistently. Yeah. I'd say throughout the time I've had the YIPS, or feel like I've had the YIPS, particularly in competition play, get very frozen over the ball. Obviously poor technique at some point over the time, and I've got a fear of hitting the ground. There's a lot of baggage there, duffing, knifing.
It's tough, isn't it? Because short game should be able to enjoy it, and you've got sounds like you've got some anxiety around it.
My scores depend on how many greens I hit.
Yeah, sure.
If I hit 15 greens, I'll shoot a good score. If I hit 10 greens,
okay,
it goes up.
All right, well, I'm just going to watch it 2 shots, see what's going on, and then we'll have a chat about it. Okay, but let's go for this left-hand pin here. Okay.
Okay.
There we go, the classic. That sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. One more. And that was a bit better. You got your club on the ball there, but actually that actually wasn't that dissimilar to the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a good player, you've got good hands, but they're having to work very hard for you, okay? Just on this side. So, yeah, this topic of the YIPS, this anxiety side of things, it's an issue for a lot of golfers. And I think you said it there yourself, you've got a bit of a fear of the ground. And when you have a fear of the ground, that manifests as you're coming down. The anxiety kicks in probably about here. You kind of feel it. Yeah. And it becomes a bit involuntary at times. And it's just, there's so much fear about how you're going to strike it that you kind of pull out the shot and the hands get a little bit involuntary in how they're going to move. And like you say, all comes down to you not trusting the ground. And essentially just looking at your technique there, it's because as you come down, firstly, you set the wrist quite a lot of address there, okay? So you get an awful lot of wrist hinge early, and then you kind of drive the handle this way. And you can chip that way, but my word, you've got to be perfect. You've got 0 margin for error the way you're chipping. That second one, you were good, right? You managed to, despite no margin for error, you still managed to hit a good shot, albeit it came off a little bit hot. So you're kind of going this, you're a little bit on your right side, by the way. We're going to work on that a little bit. You sort of here, and then you set, and then you kind of pull. So again, I hit that pure, but again, see how hot it comes off the club face? If you're short-sided, I guess it's a bit more of an issue as well, if you want to get a little bit more spin on the ball. So what I'd like to do with you, just try and make things a little bit friendly, because that's what it's all about. Can we get your club working friendlier through the turf, so you start to trust the ground, and then there's a rewiring process that will go on, and you'll start to then get a lot more comfortable and relaxed over it, because you'll know you don't need to be perfect. See, the best players in the world, when they chip, so I've hit that one 3 inches before, just to show you. Right now I've hit it 3 inches before, and I've hit it stiff, and it came off soft. Because I've got my angle of attack nice and shallow for this fringe lie, and I've got the loft and bounce on the club. So I've got this big margin for error. If I was chipping the way you are, and I hit 3 inches before the ball, you think we know what's going to happen. You'd be chipping again, right? It's not going to go very far. So I want you to get your arms a little bit softer, because I can tell they're a bit tight. I want to put the ball a little bit further forward, and I want to get your weight a little bit more on your left side, so you're not tipping back too much. But the big thing for you is we're going to work on a much wider, shallower takeaway, so the club can land on the ground and come through. Okay, does that make sense technically? Yeah. So you set up to the bowler. Okay, ball not too far back. I know it's a bit of a comfort blanket, isn't it? Stick it back but we don't want that. Okay, well, that's good. That's much better. There we go. A bit more on the left. Try and relax these arms, the grip pressure. Just relax the grip pressure a bit more. Yeah, that's more like it. That's kind of about a 4 out of 10. You're about a 9 or a 10 before. Does that feel softer?
Yeah.
You see how the club's wanting to swing a little bit on its own now? Just some grip pressure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Put the club down. So your big thing here, I want you to imagine there's a low coffee table like this.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep your club head under the table. Now you should feel, you tell me, which muscles do you think are working a little bit harder to achieve that? Or which maybe you're using less?
My lower back, I can feel.
Lower back, yeah. Do you feel your wrists are working more or less?
Less.
Yes, perfect. And you feel like it's probably more
left
from
shoulder.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's what we want there. So take it away, stop. That's good. And then from there, a little bit of rotation. I want you to actually feel like you're going to hit the ground first to retrain the brain that you can hit the ground. And then from there, you have a little bit of rotation with the chest through the ball.
Okay.
Have a practice swing first. Did you hear that noise?
Yeah.
if you can just get that noise when you chip, you'll change your short game.
I do take divots,
Yeah.
as you can imagine.
Yeah. And when you get a divot, that leading edge is getting really dig in there. So if you have a practice swing and you can hear that noise, and you talk about taking it to the course.
Yeah.
Like a good way for people who kind of like suffer with the yips, if you can use the sense of sound, it's a really powerful sense. And that noise you're getting there, just do a few more, because it's a great noise. You can't get enough of that noise there. You hear that noise? If you can get that noise with the strike of the ball, your short game will be great. So focus on the noise more than anything, but give me a little bit of width at the same time. Okay? Great, you gave me the noise. Now, it wasn't fantastic. You didn't really rotate through. We'll get onto that. But did that feel a little bit friendlier?
Yeah, I felt my knees go then.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of, listen, you're going to have to rewire yourself, okay? But every shot you hit like that will be a shot getting closer to rewiring because you start to trust the ground.
Yeah.
Okay? Right, take a backswing. So you go wide with left shoulder, and then from there, open. This time, as you hit it, keep moving.
Okay.
Have a little bit of rotation with the chest through it. Try and soften your arms, they've gone a bit tight again there. Wide, slide. Very good again. Now we're hitting the ground. I want you to get a little bit more length to me. Just going back, okay? Just feel like you're going to get it a little wider. Right, I'm going to help move you this time. Nice and relaxed. Here we go. I'm going to do this together, okay? And you're ready. Off we go. Right, how did that feel?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't move you every time, because if I did, you'd hit it to a couple of inches. But what did you feel sort of different there?
Just more rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just taking his hands and arms, sort of prodding.
My grip gets stronger as I go through the ball. I can feel myself getting tighter on the grip.
You've got to accept that for a while. You know, we're trying to totally rewire how you see this.
Yeah.
But shots like that are going to build your confidence. Every shot you hit like that, you're a shot closer to getting it all. Your confidence back. Okay, there we go. Right, without me now. Okay, go wide and let the club slide and let the chest move. Very good. Well done. Trusting the ground. It wasn't quite as free when I moved you, but it was all right. I want me to rotate through to the target more. Soften these arms, relax. Very, very good. That's a great shot. See the bit of spin?
Yeah.
Just flow in now. It's not just prodding the arms and leading edge in. Good. Just think width, slide, turn. Very good. Very, very good. One more. You got to keep breathing. You are quite anxious, haven't you? Just try and relax. Just try and breathe a bit, okay?
Okay.
Very, very good. Now, if you can get that backswing longer, okay, we're in business.
I felt like I had to lag that to get more.
Because, well, that's what happens. It's all because you're a good player for handicap, right? You've got a lot of sort of golfing feels in you. If you get a little bit short, you're going to want to go that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
If you can get longer, you can start letting the club release more. Like you say, because your instinct from a short backswing is going to be tend to want to lag it and drag it. Good. A little bit more flow. Let's get a little bit more flow in it. Wide. Oh, it's got tight again. I can't move the club.
Sorry.
Right, there we go. Wide. And then we slide and we open up. Okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely top class. That is fantastic.
Actually relaxed then on the way back.
You did relax a little bit.
Felt like it.
So that's what you've got to practice. You've got to just really work on getting the club working better through the turf, which is a lot to do with angle of attack, keeping it shallower, a lot to do with relaxing, and a lot to do with that practice swing. Get that noise first.
I was going to say, is there anything in pre-shot routine in terms of walking up? Because I walk up to the ball thinking, God, I'm not going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
What should I be thinking about?
You don't want to master the art of negative thinking, do
No.
you? No, that's the thing. So, but equally, it's no good just thinking positive thoughts. You know, it's your technique that's actually ultimately going to do this. I'm a big believer in you're technically good, you're mentally good. So just understand that.
Yeah.
The more if you just work on your technique, you'll get it. But in terms of the in the meantime, I would be standing up to it and then try and get as externally focused as I possibly can. So I want to get as much into where I want to land the ball, what the first bounce is going to look like, and so where's it breaking to go in the hole. Because you've got internal focus, right? Which is, you've got to work on that on the practice area. But when you play, you've got to really see the shot. And the more you can vividly paint the picture of what you're trying to do this side, the less you should be wrapped up in it this side. Does that make sense? And that takes as much practice. The focus side of it takes as much practice as any of this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't live in technical mode. You've got to try and see the shot. And if you can combine, better technique, but actually a bit more about what the ball needs to do, I think you'll start to calm down a bit. Okay. There's no reason you can't fix yourself with this, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If you can just work on this stuff.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good. Cheers, Dan. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Nice one.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, short game was in a bad place. Most of the people that know me know it's the worst part of my game. I struggle a lot with confidence. I feel like I've had the yips for quite a while now. So working with Dan has shored up my technique massively. He's widened my margin of error hugely. I went from 0 margin for error to now a technique where I can miss hit a shot and it will still be a lot better than I used to hit it before. Got the confidence now to use more of a lofted shot. And that's given me the confidence now to take that onto the course and hopefully be able to use it in a competition and not feel like I'm going to get into some bad spots. And if I do get into some bad spots, I've got a technique to get me out of it.